It's funny because I had Rich Eisen on last week, and I asked him what he enjoys more, doing the first night of the draft or Super Bowl Sunday, where you guys have like a 50-hour pregame show like all the other networks. And he said the draft as well. So for you, this is the highlight of the year.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of it, right? Because there's a lot of things we do that I enjoy. Super Bowl coverage, I love, but it's also sort of a grind to get there. And then you go through the game, which is always fun. But then so much of the off season is still out there. So you get through Super Bowl and I'll go on a week vacation, but then you got the combine, you got franchise tags, you got free agency. It's still all weighs in my mind. The draft is and free agency is wild and crazy and a lot of fun. And we broke a lot of stories and it was great. But you also get things that you didn't expect. There's also frustrations and it's tense and you don't sleep 4 hours a night. That's brutal. Fun, but brutal. And then the draft is the best though, because you spend 3 weeks or a month putting together a puzzle. I will literally go through my phone and call every single person related to football on my phone. Agent who has a player in the draft, at least in the first 3 rounds. I'll call every team person, coach, coordinator, head coach, GM, personnel director, scouting director, everyone. And I will start the process of putting the puzzle together, but you still don't really know, right? But then you get to the draft and it's fast and it's wild and it all plays out in front of you and all your questions get answered. And the trades are so fun, especially if you can get one, which I had the trade from Texans going to 3, which was so much fun and insane. So anyway, it's a lot to look forward to. And then when you get done, the offseason begins, and that's fun too.
So break this down for me, because I'm curious, because you said during free agency you were getting 4 hours of sleep a night. What part of the season do you get the least amount of sleep and you're putting in the most? Is it free agency? Is it Super Bowl week? Is it what's the most hectic week of the entire year for you?
I mean, free agency is the craziest because you gear up for it and you get ready and you try to get prepared. But I'll go to bed Saturday night being all right, there's a chance I'm going to sleep probably 4 hours a night, maybe for the next 6 nights. And that's usually what happens. Because, you wake up Sunday and there's important things that you're waiting on, but then there's also trades and Jalen Ramsey got traded. I think on the Sunday before free agency, it was Jalen Ramsey and it was Deron Payne getting an extension along with some other stuff. And then free agency, my phone's on loud. You basically from 5 in the I'm on the Peloton by 5:15 on Monday through Friday that week. And you're sleep at maybe midnight if you're lucky, but not always because stuff's still going on the West Coast. And then you don't know if you get woken up from a text in the middle of the night. Whereas during the season, I'm up for Good Morning Football 3 days a week and then up early for game day morning on Sunday. So 4 early wake ups. So I don't see a lot during the regular season either, but at least it's regular. So at least I can kind of plan for that. You know what I mean?
Craziest middle of the night text you've ever gotten?
There's been a bunch of them. Let's see. Allen Robinson got a deal at 2 a.m. a couple of years ago.
I would choose sleep over breaking Allen Robinson.
That was a big deal at the time. He was a top receiver going from, I think, Jaguars to the Bears. That was a big deal.
That's a stretch.
Bruce Arians, Mark Trestman got hired by the Bears at 2:30 in the morning because I got a call that Bruce Arians had not gotten in and Trestman was the other candidate. And that was at 2 a.m. I got a call that I missed because someone texted me instead of called me, which I'm still annoyed about Trent Williams signing his huge contract extension 2 off seasons ago, which actually taught me a really important lesson because from that point, when I have someone I'm expecting a call from, I'll change their text tone to ring. So even if they text me, it rings like a phone call because that was the deal that I've been waiting on. I knew was done. Person was it's probably not going to get done tonight, but keep your ringer on. And I did, but they texted and didn't call. So I learned a good lesson during that one.
Do you ever shut your phone off?
Mm-mm. Way too stressful.
What happens if you have to do a system update? You must be screwed.
No, it's not a big deal. I just have my iPad or computer in front of me. They're all synced together. So if I get a call it comes to my iPad or my computer, and it's fine.
Okay, so you can keep doing all the updates that Apple sends out. All right.
But you do also do
And
updates in the middle of the night where you're probably not going to get a call unless it's free agency, and then you may.
right. Um, we've talked about the busiest time. Give me is there 1 week of the calendar year where you can relax? Everything's completely dead. You don't have to worry about any bombs going off. Everything is quiet. No, like, is it July, August, February? Is there 1 week where you can relax in the calendar year?
I mean, after the draft, it changes dramatically. Like, today is a deadline for fifth-year options, which a lot of them happened yesterday. Not a big deal. But like the rest of this week, there'll be a couple things, but not really. The main thing now is like I have two awesome dudes I work with, Mike Garofolo and Tom Pelissero. Like I'm off this week after Monday. We're going to the Kentucky Derby on Thursday. Our horse is running, very exciting. And I can really just relax. Like once the draft ends, the week changes dramatically. And it's not like I can ever put my phone down because I would never do that. It's way too stressful. But like I played golf this morning. Like there'll be a lot of golf in May and June.